Peace. What is up, everyone? I'm chilling out here. The sun is amazing. It feels good to breathe deep. And I was just watching a hawk fly overhead. And this is always interesting to me when I see a hawk, because I notice one thing about hawks that I don't notice about any other birds. That's birds that I actually see, like pigeons, seagulls, ravens fly over. Sometimes I see crows. And then, I see hummingbirds, a lot of hummingbirds. Those are my favorite. But so when I see a hawk, I notice something about the way a hawk flies that is different from most other birds that I see, at least in this neighborhood. And the way that they fly is fascinating to me, because they don't flap their wings that much. What they actually do is they spread their wings super wide as they can, and they soar in the wind. And I noticed that they know how to ascend and descend based on following some sort of spiraling pattern, which is beautiful because nature is always displaying the spiral, the Fibonacci spiral. So my assumption is, because I don't know anything about this subject, but what I observe by looking at reality is that the wind is going in a direction like this, and the bird, by going head on to it, can go up, but ultimately it slows down their speed. So then they must go with the wind, and then they eventually circle back with speed now to go up a little bit more. And then they circle back with that, and then they go up a little bit more. So I find that fascinating, because while I'm watching this, the hawk never flaps its wings. I've watched the hawk go seriously for 10 minutes before I've lost it in my view, without ever flapping its wings. And I just find that fascinating. It's kind of like, I think it's a perfect example of being totally in alignment with you as a being and your environment as a whole. It seems like a beautiful example of just the perfect oneness and kind of symbiosis of elements. The bird being an element, the sky being an element, all of it coming together and showing that nature is truly one expanding cycle. And I have a little video clip of the hawk that I took, but I don't know that it's really that good. You should just go observe a hawk for yourself. But the point is really more about the metaphor and what it is like to actually be in harmony with nature and with yourself. And I love that. That's what I get from it. And I think the hawk is a bird of protection. So I love seeing hawks, because then it reminds me that I am always being watched over, that I am being provided for. There is a benevolent force that loves me and that is here to support my greatest good. So whatever comes my way is divinely organized for me to experience. It must be so. And if I can just open up my wings to the experience, surrender into whatever it is, then I can find my perfect symbiosis and flying up the spiral versus getting caught in the wind. I would imagine that if I was trying to flap my way upstream, or upwind, if you will, I would imagine that would be incredibly tiring, and you probably wouldn't get that far. But if I adapt the mentality of the hawk, I can just open my wings, go in a spiral form, and actually make my way up. So I love that metaphor. It gives me peace in my life. It reminds me to just stay present and to be who I am no matter what. This is my intention for what I'm doing now with this blog. I am intending to embody who I am fully for you to observe and experience. I want you to be able to see who I am as clearly as I can show it to you. Because you'll come to find that I am unlike any other being out there, as are you. And as you see me embrace who I am with wings wide open, I give to you the permission to do the same. Not that you need the permission, but this is the game that we play with each other. I want you to be who you are, and I want to be who I am. Because it is my belief that if we both allow each other to be whoever we are with wings wide open, then we will actually find ourselves in a reality of harmony and symbiosis. It's what I observe to be part of what I call the natural laws. Nature. Laws based on nature. Not laws based on man, but laws based on nature. When I look at the planet, it is a living being. It is a living consciousness. It has organization principles. The sky has organization principles. My body has organization principles. Consciousness is how you can notice consciousness is you look for something that has self-organizing, I've never said that word before, principles. And you see it in the examples I've just given you. So when I look at nature and I look at the way that it organizes itself in harmony. It is man, in my relationship with nature, that has undergone an experiment of living in disharmony with the natural laws that man also has within him. And it is this choice that we are now circling back upon at this time of human awakening. I believe this is what we are really wrestling with. Will we accept and open our wings, if you will, to continue the hawk metaphor, our true nature and who we actually are on the inside, which is made up of natural, meaning nature, self-organizing principles. Forgive me if I get that word wrong. I can't say it. Self-organizing. That's what I'm trying to say. Self-organizing principles. Nature has self-organizing principles. I'm going to continue to fuck up this word. Go with me. All right. So I am a natural organism, meaning I was born from the womb of my mother with the seed from my father. I am a natural organism. I was not made inside of a machine. Therefore, I can never be made analogous to a machine. A machine can be made analogous to me, but I cannot be made analogous to a machine. Okay, and now I can hear my brain wanting to get onto the next subject. One of the next videos that I want to make, which I'm not going to make in this video, is my thoughts on, do we live in a simulated reality? Because I find this topic to be fantastic. For two reasons. One, because it is a perfect analogy, but two, because it always falls, and it is an impure analogy to describe nature and reality. And I'm going to get into that as soon as we get into the next video. But for now, spread your wings like a hawk. That's all I'm doing out here. Bro, breaking the chair. Whoops. Well, I gotta go. Peace.